So I just got up from a nap and I wanted to talk about something because after I got up from the nap, I, just started checking my phone, going through stuff on my phone, and then I get to YouTube. Oh, I look rough, but whatever, it's for a reason. So I get on my phone. Just started looking at comments. A woman, she's a black woman and she's married to a white guy, and the first video that I saw was of her crying and saying how women are so hateful and hurtful, and these are black people, by the way. She's a black woman, these are black people attacking her, okay? And as I am looking at her stuff, as soon as I get done commenting on her stuff, I look and I see nasty comments on mine. So here this is. I'm used to it, right? At this point, after the rice water, all that shit, I'm used to it. But my channel is mainly focused on just teaching black women the science of hair. And one of the comments that I saw, it's not one that I get a lot, but it's one that I do see quite a few times, which is why you guys don't see me posting too many pictures or videos of my hair right now, because I have had hydrogenated suppurativa since I was born. Most black people don't even know what it is, even though a very large number of black people do have it, right? But I got into the science of hair and learning and cultivating the 7-day challenge, because in having hydrogenated suppurativa, I have sporadic outbreaks all over my body at any time, right? At any time. It could literally happen at any time in my scalp. So when I was doing hair and I was standing behind the chair and had 2 kids and a husband, still got 2 kids and a husband, I didn't have time to stand up and do my hair and be going through the 7-day challenge and the things that I need to do. The 7-day challenge I've always done, right, on my own scalp. I didn't have time for that when I was doing hair. Like, I'm doing 10 people a day and have children and a husband. I didn't have time for that, so I would just wear my hair in a short pixie cut, because if I got an outbreak, it didn't matter because I was just going to be cutting it off anyway. But once I was at home and I had more time, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So that is, now you guys get to see that. But please understand that any thinning or anything that anybody sees in any video, I see it long before you do. And I have the ability to edit a video down to make it look like my hair is super thick and there's nothing wrong with it, and I know that for a fact because hydrogenated suppurativa is not something that's new in my life. I've always been able to hide it, but I've just made a choice to every blue moon when I'm having an outbreak to go ahead and post a video, which I did here. But see, this is the thing. For whatever reason, black women, and I'm speaking to black women specifically because you're all the only ones leaving the comments. It's so many times when black women do certain shit and they be like, why you centering out black women? Because y'all the only people that do this shit to other black women. There are not white women attacking me. There are not white women making these comments. There are only black women doing it. So black women don't want to be singled out. Then maybe black women shouldn't do it. So I'm getting up from my nap. I feel great, right? And I'm in a really good place. I'm in a good place mentally about HS because I've had it my whole life. But what if I wasn't as a person? And the first thing, black women automatically assume that if somebody is online giving them free information that they're not paying for, which is what I do, okay, whether I get let's say something happens, I'm not using myself for an example. Let's say somebody has actually, let's use this person. One of my favorite dermatologists on YouTube has one of the most severe forms of alopecia. I'm talking his whole head is skin bald like my face.
Hey guys, Dr. Gary here. So as you know, I'm double board certified and do facial plastic surgery and hair restoration.
He has severe alopecia. Does that mean that the information that he gives is any less valid? Does that make the science that he gives any less scientific because he has a disorder? No. You know why? Because there was a black man that created the blood transfusion and he died because he needed a blood transfusion. So just because somebody's really smart and well versed in something does not mean that they won't have their own issues. And the reason that I know so much and that I share so much about hair growth, the natural hair growth cycle, is because I've studied it, because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a herbalist, and a couple of other things, but it's something that I dove into because I had to understand how to constantly heal myself from something that does not have a cure. So just today alone, when I wake up from my nap, I've been up for an hour and I've blocked 5 people. So my question to you is, like, black women, how much of victims are we? Are we really victims of shit, or are we constantly getting back karma for the energy that we let out on each other? It's just being honest. Is some of the craziest shit that I've ever seen in my life, for the person who punching people in the face to constantly be crying about being punched. It's like, nigga. So if you guys don't see videos from me for a while, it's not because, oh, I'm not posting it. And just know, hydrogenated suppurativa is something that I've been dealing with my whole life. So yeah, you may come online and you may see like my hair thinned out in certain places, but I've already told you guys up front, I've made multiple videos showing y'all stuff about it. All while everybody who was watching those videos, all my silk press videos, every client that I've ever had that said I grew their hair, every silk press video that you've ever watched, every hair growth regimen from a client that you've ever seen, my body was dealing with hydrogenated suppurativa, as you watched that video. When I was standing behind the chair doing hair, doing round brushes, silk presses and silk wraps that got me 300,000 views, 1 million views. These 2, 3, 4 videos here with over 1 million views. I used to be doing hair with big old boils the size of golf balls filled with pus up under my arm that nobody knew, not even my clients. Man, I was wearing my hair in a short pixie cut because I would get crazy big huge outbreaks in my scalp that I didn't want anybody to see, and the easiest way for me to hide it was for me to have a short pixie haircut. And mind you, in the midst of all of this, all of my outbreaks came way before any relaxers ever came. It didn't have anything to do with relaxers, colors, chemicals, or anything like that. Actually, the more color and the more relaxers I had in my hair, the less my outbreaks would be. All right, so for anybody who's like, oh, how's somebody supposed to listen to you with this? I've been dealing with it my whole life, and I went from no subscribers on YouTube to over 100,000 subscribers with HS dealing with this. It's just now I'm openly sharing it with people, and because I'm strong enough to do that now, and I'm strong enough to take that, because in the past when it was happening and when it was real bad, I wasn't strong enough to be able to take the type of comments that y'all leave now. If y'all would have been leaving these comments way back when it was real bad, when I was doing hair, it probably would have broke me in a way that I probably can't imagine. So I'm able to talk about it now because it doesn't make me feel bad. And if you don't want to listen to me based on the things that I'm fighting in my body, then get your ass off my channel and don't be here, because nobody's paying for anything, and I'm not going to pretend to be anybody that I'm not. And it's just so crazy to me how black people can constantly, oh my god, it's so sad, whereas we're the people who are hurting our own fucking people. We hurt us more than anybody else does. I've never been called a bald-headed bitch or a stupid bitch or nothing by a white girl, ever. Any disrespectful word that has ever came to me to make me feel less than or to make me feel insecure about myself has come from another black woman. So if black people want to move ahead in life, y'all need to look in the mirror at y'all selves. Point blank, period. When I make videos here on my channel, and I'm not gonna stop making them, the reason that I'm making this video is because I don't want to like move past how I'm feeling and be irritated and start letting stuff like dumb down on me. I'm not doing that. Like, I purposely have been, for the last couple of weeks, I've been making a decision, like, I am not working Saturday or Sunday. Like, this is my job. I'm not gonna let, you know, sorry, I'm adjusting my boobs. I'm not gonna let the hair industry or nothing, or this Instagram shit, this YouTube shit, I'm not gonna let none of it faze me, and I don't. But let me go ahead and record this while I'm feeling this way, because it's just so fucking crazy to me. Like, it's so crazy to me, and I didn't even read the entire message. It just started when I first looked at it. It was like, oh yeah, you give a lot of science, but looking at this video here and looking at your hair thinning, it's like, listen, I don't give a fuck what happens to my scalp. I don't care how many HS outbreaks I get. It does not change the science of the human body, regardless of what I'm dealing with on the internal level. It doesn't matter. Y'all are so used to watching YouTubers giving their fucking opinions that y'all, sorry for cussing, y'all are so used to YouTubers giving their opinions that y'all do not understand the difference between an opinion and science. Y'all debate and argue so much on podcasts and shit. Y'all don't know the difference between a debate and a scientific fact. There's a very big difference. And see, the scientific fact is something that will never change. That's why my 7-day challenge works, because my 7-day challenge is based on the science of the human body. It is based on the way that the natural hair growth cycle works. So that way, if you do run into an issue like I run into, or like other women on this planet that have HS run into, you know where to pick it up from and where to start over, right? So that's why I'll have weaves when I'm fixing stuff in my scalp and different things like that. But there is a full-fledged video from beginning to end. I'm vlogging it. It may be like a 6-month vlog compilation that I put together, but it's a compilation of the different things that I'm dealing with in my scalp. My husband, like I said, is like, damn babe, you doing that because my hair is back healthy, and it's like nothing ever happened. But he like, who gives a fuck about that? And my husband be low-key sending me screenshots of like when my hair was shorter in my pixie, like, hey, like, it's growing, it's doing super good, but just know I don't care. Like, I like your hair short or whatever, just so I don't feel that type of pressure. So yeah, just wanted to come on here and say that. And these, whenever people are like, where are all the hairstylists at? Why don't nobody want to share? Why don't nobody want to teach? Why don't nobody share secrets? It's like, because for women to share, for people to help black women, they gotta be willing to get hurt. So for me to help you, or for me to be with you, I have to put myself in a position to where I'm okay to get hurt just to help you get ahead. That's some stupid shit. That don't make no sense to me. Like, none whatsoever. I have to put myself in harm's way just to help you freely. And what am I gonna get out of that at the end of the day?